What it is, y'all? We have the news. Let's get into it. Not a lot once again to talk about, but there's some interesting stuff you guys might be interested in. First of all, we finally have... They are hyping the hell out of the 3rd anniversary. They really are. The full logo is going to be presented right here. This is going to be the actual logo. So I guess this was more like a prototype, and then they add her into the mix. Now, we'll get to who she is in just a moment. Here's what the main characters are going to look like. Well, we'll get to do it now. Now, my notes say the goddess is Estrella, and my notes say that's Ryu. I'm willing to bet. I think that's a typo. I bet you that's Ryulu, the one we got on the event last year. Either that. Actually, no, you know what? I bet you that is Ryu from previous, because before I don't think the goddesses had come down. So there you go. This is Ryu from before the events we know now. I'm guessing that's how that's going to work out. Interesting. I know a lot of us were saying the long-haired Ryu type figure we saw before was probably Ryulu from last year's event, but I bet you this is something that's happened way back when. In fact, didn't they mention... I think they mentioned Estrella at some point. Either way, Ryu, Estrella, those are going to be our two main characters. Justice versus Evil! Hype! Where's Jiren? So we already know this. This is the event that's currently going on. You'll get your 4-star guarantee ticket here in what? Week or so's time. I do have the video planned for what you want to do with that 4-star ticket. We will not be able to acquire it till I believe Sunday, if I recollect. But I'll try to get that video out here for you guys here in the next couple of days, so you can really start planning what you want to do, because you're gonna have one shot at this bad boy, and you do not want to squander that. So if you want to keep up to date with that, make sure you hit the notification icon, and of course subscribe. And that will be out here very soon. Revisit the anime gacha. Basically, these are all the anime gachas we got way back when. We're getting another free 11 draw coming up. Good luck to you on that one, but this isn't the one you want up next. Part 4, I think it's part 4 is the one that's going to be stupid hype. So anyway, another free 11 draw. You cannot spend Iris on this, so don't get too excited. It's just literally a shot in the dark. We are getting Record Buster back, and Reverie is back for Record Busters, so that is a thing. And it looks like she's going to be water type. So, for better or worse, start preparing your Thunder teams. That is going to be a lot of not fun. If you looked at the 7th Zone videos that came out, basically you can replicate that team, but man, it's not going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully there's other things that she's weak to. Not just Thunder. Light? Give us light, please. We'll talk about that. That should go live here in a couple of days. Tomorrow night, in fact, I believe. Here's the full thing. So the Werewolf Comes Gacha. That just dropped. Of course, it's all the stories are basically along with that. So tomorrow, it says Wednesday 6/10. This is, of course, JP time, so it'll be tomorrow. Under the Resort Crossing. That should go live. Then Is It Wrong to Pick Up Herbs in the Desert? That's Friday. And then, like I said, Sunday is the Argonaut story. I will talk about what to do. I'll have a whole video on what you want to do with your ticket, because that's a pretty important decision you're going to make. Master of Familia Wargame! Tournament to determine the best Familia is finally here. Now, I want to say, Familia Wargame is not done, guys. There's one more fight tonight, and then this takes place. Whoever's Familia is proven to be the best, the top, 16, I believe, are going to face off. Not our fam. We've done pretty well. I have no arguments with how well our Familia has done. But, yeah, we ain't there. And most people probably are not. Real talk, though, guys, don't get too upset, because remember, we're going to get a chance to gamble on who's going to win, and then you'll get fabulous prizes, on top of having Record Buster back. So, a lot of Iris incoming, guys. That's going to be really awesome. JP 3rd Anniversary Countdown. Basically, this is the stuff that's already been going on. Not a whole lot you need to know there. These are all the gachas that we have / are getting. Here's all the information. This is a rerun of what we had before. Nothing really new or different. Now, here's what's interesting. This is version 99.2. I believe it's version 9.2. I could be... Anyway, I think it's a typo. Implement a faction war game with Familia. Improve to receive 4-star gacha ticket. So, interesting. Looks like it's 4-star gacha ticket incoming shortly. But you got to be in a Familia for it, so... we will have some openings in our Familia once Familia War Game has expired, and we can add some people. So if you guys are looking to join a Familia, I know some people have already specifically asked, but we do have an area in the Discord. Discord link is also in the description. And if there is the desire or need, we have the leadership now, and we can open even a third North American Familia. Sounds insane to think of it, but I mean, it is completely doable. If you guys want to see that happen, absolutely just show your support in the Discord. We'll make it happen shortly. Okay? Regarding voice implementation delay, includes 30th anniversary event due to the effect preventing the spread of coronavirus infection. June's voice of Novell and Battle Gacha characters voice implementation will be delayed. So in other words, we're just not getting the voices. We kind of already knew this information. Aiming for implementation during the 3rd anniversary event. Voice recording is currently in progress. So that's what they were doing all the stuff for with the what did you put, the crowdfunding thing. We cannot meet everyone's expectations. The development team is very grateful. It is a pain, but thank you for understanding. Basically, it's bad translation. But what they're trying to say is some of the voices aren't going to be implemented quite yet, but they're working on it, so it will be slightly delayed. But the event should still start as normal. We just will probably get a data download with the voices after that, so just be aware of that. I don't know if that... I think that only affects the JP side, though. I don't think that affects the US side. From the information I've received directly from the Danmemo and Twitter, I believe, if I understand their information correctly, I believe this only affects the JP side, not the US. But we'll see how that works. Now, if you use the Japanese voices like I do, well, obviously it's going to affect you. Sound of Memoria. Original soundtrack is actually coming. So, interesting that. There's some merch incoming as well. Check this out. Bam! Danmachi merch, guys! We'll get some information in-game when all this drops. But, yeah. Buy some swag. Support the people that make a game. They'll make more game content. Content is the word I'm looking for. And, yeah, I'll be definitely... Look. Winter Haruhime. What are those, Pogs? I don't know what the hell they are. We're going to go with Pogs. They're bringing Pogs back, y'all. Only people that are my age and cripple are going to know that answer. All right. Fun one. I actually adore what they did here. So on the live stream, apparently, they were showcasing teams. They're not actually bringing Pogs back. I am kidding. I'm kidding. It was a joke. They actually did a test with this team. And from my understanding, A cleared the event, but cleared it twice. EX 1-1, the boss fight for 1-1. They actually did it with this team. I'm going to replicate this team to the best of my ability. Now, obviously, my Line's +4, my Anya Kitty's +4, my Haruhime's max limit broken. My Fina has no dupes, so that's going to be interesting. And my assists all have dupes. So I'm going to do the best I can to replicate this team and see what I can do as far as 1.1 again. Because I never really did a very good job on it. But then again, I didn't have Argonaut and Fina at the time. So we're going to revisit this. But apparently he claims that he S-cleared it with this team. And the only sack he had was Line. Only problem I'm going to have is I do not have that Seer. I skipped Seer. I shouldn't have, but I did because I have plenty of light assists. So, I don't know. We'll see. In fact, she's not going to affect that much. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have to replicate this and see what we can do. Either way, guys, apparently this team will EX clear, or will S clear EX Boss 1-1. So we'll try this out very specifically. That looks awesome. And I'm glad to see that more people are trying to, like, even the JP stream, they're like, hey, look, I know they're tough bosses, but if you really strategize, don't just throw whatever the best units you have at the event and then hope they work. You actually have to know what they're doing and then strategize and talk about it. So I'm going to dissect this team. We're going to make a whole video just about that and how to approach some of these boss fights if you don't have some of the units that I have. I've talked about it a little bit, but we're going to do an in-depth video on it. So that is all of the news, guys. So starting tomorrow, I know it says 6/11. Remember, this is all JP time. 7th Zone, the new 7th Zone. Wrecker Buster. If you haven't beaten 7th Zone yet, I dropped the video last night on how to do it, and I believe we've only got a few hours left on that. So if you haven't beaten that, check out the video. Strategies on both of them, guys. And I'll try to get those out earlier. I know I always say that, but it just doesn't happen, unfortunately. But strategies on both of those guys. Wrecker Buster will be dropping tomorrow. Revisit Anime Gacha will be Thursday. Master of Familia War Game then kicks off Saturday, it says, interestingly enough. So maybe we have a few more fights in Familia War Game before that happens. All dates and time in Japanese Standard Time. In other words, if you're in the in our hemisphere, in the United States, you can expect that to be a day earlier. You can adjust for whatever time zone you're in, because I know we have a lot of EU viewers. And too many time zones over there for me to figure out, and I'm not that good at math. So that is going to be the video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. Are you hyped for this? I'm getting stupid hype. Stupid hype for this. And I'm interested to see this story. Yeah. And like I said, I initially we had thought this was going to be Ryulu. Apparently it actually is Ryu herself and her former goddess. So good stuff, guys. Let me know what y'all thought. Like, comment, share. I will catch you guys on the next one. Whenever that is. Hopefully later today. We gotta talk about that boss fight too. We gotta do more boss fight stuff. Let's do that.